what does it look like? What does this look like in the real world? You're at McDonald's. You are sitting there eating your nasty French fries. Sorry, I had to say that. Judgment, right? You're eating the French fries. In walks your best friend's boyfriend with another girl. OMG. Oh my God, you've got to go tell your friend. How could this happen? You must tell your friend, because why? Because according to you, you are going to control this whole situation. You're going to save her from herself. Right? Tell me that's not right. Tell me that's not the first thing you guys think of. Come on, girls.
No, that's just going to cause problems. You
Well,
just stay
now
quiet.
you know that. But when you were 12 years old, did you know that? No. Right? So what happens is even at that point, we must not speak. We must trust. Trust in karma, in the universe, in God, in whatever it is, that everything is perfect for the perfect time. Right? It is not, and I'm going to tell you very provocatively here, God did not die and make you God. So you must let go of that need to control. You want to control the outcome. You've got to let it go. The more you let it go, the more, even situations like we get so frantic and we frustrate ourselves when let me give you another example. A few years ago, I was getting ready to get rid of my Lexus and move into a Mercedes. Right? So I called the Lexus dealer and I called the Mercedes dealer. I said, run my numbers, blah, 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 do this, do that. And then he says, oh no, you can't. He calls me back and says, I can't get you the car you want with the payment you want and the down payment you want. And I was like so upset, right? I was like, but you've got it. And I just kept throwing things at him. And I'm thinking, and he calls me back and says, it's just not going to happen, Marty. It's not going to happen. And it was like, and this was in April. And according to me, I wanted to have that car by June. Why June? I don't know. It just sounded good, right? nothing special was happening, right? But I wanted to have it by June, right? And so I'm calling him up. It's May time. It's not happening. It's not happening. I finally said, okay, let it go. Ni modo, right? Let it go. So I kept driving my car. Not that I had a bad car, It's just, it was one of those things. I was not practicing the letting go, right? But then once I practiced the letting go, then all of a sudden, on September 1, I get a phone call. And it's my Mercedes guy, and he says, are you ready? We're going to deliver your Mercedes exactly as you want, just as you wanted it, perfect, and exactly the same thing, and even better deal. I said, really? And he goes, yeah. He goes, there's only one caveat. I only have it in a blue, and I'm not sure you like blue. And I said, okay, I'll take it in the blue. But he's, 10 days later, he's driving the car to my home, right? I don't have to go to the dealer. He drives it to my home. I mean, that's a better deal, right? So I don't have to sit there and do anything. But I let go of the need to control. I wanted it when I wanted it, right? I let go of that need. And then all of a sudden, a few months later, just in its perfect time, I get the phone call, guess what? And this is what happens to us in Satya. How many of us have wanted a job and we have tried really hard to get that job, and you don't get that job, and then you stew over it and you try again and you call again and you're like this, you're like this, you're like this, and it's just not happening. And then you go even beyond into the dark side. You go into the dark side because then perhaps you know something about the other applicant, and you might even go to the dark side and call and say, did you know? Right? We're trying to control that outcome. And we're not speaking the truth when we do that. So whenever you're in a need to control, you're not going to speak the truth. You're going to be out of what we call satya. Now let's go back to ahimsa. Ahimsa is acting in total consideration to every living thing. If I'm acting in total consideration to every living thing, can I violate satya?
No.
Think about that. Can I violate satya? If I'm acting in total consideration, let me repeat this again. If I'm acting in total consideration to ahimsa, which means total consideration to everything, to every living thing, can I violate satya? By violating satya, that means I'm not telling the truth. Can I violate satya? Can I tell a lie and still be acting with consideration?
No.
No.
Think about that. Can I tell a lie and still be acting with consideration?
Well, you could.
I could?
Well, I mean, probably people do it, but it's not. It says right there, all the yamas must be connected. And
So I'm going to ask you again. Can I be acting in total consideration to somebody and tell a lie?
No.
you could do it, but it's not supposed to be.
Well, no, because if I tell the lie, I'm not acting in consideration. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? If I tell a lie, I'm not acting in consideration. If I decide to tell her, let's say she's wearing purple, and I decide to tell her purple's great and it's her color, but I know that really that's a lie, but I'm trying to act out of consideration, am I really acting out of consideration? No, because she's going to go around the corner and somebody's going to say, honey, that's not your color. Right? And that's going to be the truth, maybe not so pretty, but that's going to be the truth, and I've done a disservice. Does it make sense? There is absolutely no way that you can be acting in consideration and tell a lie. Does that make sense? And then there's no way you can tell a lie and then be acting in consideration, right? Because if I'm lying to you and saying, honey, do your hair blonde, it would look amazing. If I'm lying to her, am I acting it out of consideration? No. There's just no way that you guys can violate these laws. And if we follow all of the laws, you must act in congruence. And that's what yoga is about, always acting in congruence, in balance, right? What does congruency mean? Anybody ever take a math class?
Together, or
That they're equal, right? That they're equal. Two angles that are congruent are what? Equal, right? So you must always act in equalness to yourself, to the truth of who you are. And the truth of who you are is that you are love and you are light and you are truth. And so I ask you, be very careful when you speak. When you speak, we have a tendency to do this. Oh, I can't do that. I swear to God, I'm so dumb at math. Have we ever said that? I'm not good with numbers. I'm not good at math. I'm not good in social science. I'm not good at maths. I don't know geography. I'm not. All the I don'ts and all the I nots are going to be end up your truth. Because the way it belongs is that you are actually violating satya. Because you are truth. You are beautiful in every single way. Now imagine this. If all of us had the same capabilities, and all of us look the same, and we all look like Christy Brinkley or Madonna or, or whoever, blah, blah, blah. Give me somebody else, guys. Who's out there right now? Kim Kardashian. Right? If we all look like that, wouldn't it be a boring world? Right? We've got to learn to accept ourselves and speak our truth, right? And so this is gonna come back to, you've been writing now we're moving into the homeworks. So I want you to remember to let go of the need to control. Do not control anything. How many of us are parents?